Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. I'm your host, Grant Magic, of Virgan Radio Service, also the dictator of the Republic of New Strathclyde. That piece that you just listened to there was Codeco by Cress, an NCS release that you can find in the description below. I'm joined this week by my very good friend at MowLover1949 on Twitter.
It's a pleasure to be here as always.
Yeah, definitely.
I say these podcasts are a highlight for me. I enjoy talking about this shit.
Definitely, though. Definitely a highlight for me as well. Before we begin, the episode that we did a couple of weeks ago, we mentioned Harvey Weinstein. Was it?
Yeah. And what, like 2-3 days later, 25 years in jail.
He's been convicted 27 years in federal prison.
Yes. It is highly likely that, according to his lawyers, he could die there. So, I suppose that's kind of sort of, I guess, sympathise with him, even though he's a convicted sex pest.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'd like to think our podcast brought him down.
Yeah. Well then.
Another thing, our secondary topic, Michael Bloomberg. As soon as our episode came out, he dropped out of the presidential race. So, and that's two birds with one podcast.
Definitely.
Hopefully, with this week's, we can bring down the president of the United States.
No, maybe not. I mean, the Senate already tried to impeach him, and that didn't work. So you know.
Yeah, they suck though. So they're not like as woke as we are. So.
Definitely not. Yeah. So this conspiracy episode's topic is on, in fact, Donald Trump, the big DT.
Yes. So
make America great again.
Yes. Keep America great again is the slogan now.
Yes. Yeah.
Even though it's his fault that the coronavirus is just like rampaging around the entire country.
Yeah.
We'll get into that at the end.
Definitely. So Donald Trump, he was I forget when he was born. The point is he's very, very old, and he's currently at the helm of the.
We don't do like basic research. We only do like big events.
Yeah.
Like we don't know how old Trump is. He's 70. Who cares how old he is? We just know he's old and like his brain's melting. So.
Yes, was it like 72 or something?
Yeah, he's old. Yeah.
Anyway, Trump was born in New York, and he was the son of a very wealthy real estate agent.
Yes, his grandfather, German immigrant, came over after World War One, I think. Father married a Scottish woman, I believe. So Trump is technically half Scottish.
Yeah.
We apologise for any trouble we've inflicted.
I think his mother is quoted as saying, he's an extremely dangerous idiot.
Well, you know, he's got a face only his mother could love, so his face looks like it's like made of cottage cheese. Is this weird, like off-color, like flabby shit. I don't know what his. In fact, I do know what his diet consists of. We can talk about his eating habits in a minute.
Anyway, in order for his father to get out of his hair, I think Trump was maybe in his 20s, and Trump's quoted as saying, my father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
Which back then would not be small. Back then, $1 million would be like something like 100 times that now, perhaps more.
I don't think so. Like maybe it would be like
Yeah, it's inflation. Yeah, well, yeah.
But anyway, that's not the point. We're not here to get it analytically correct.
No,
The
we're not.
point is that
We're not young fans. You know,
yeah,
we're not
Trump
evil.
went off to start his own
With
businesses.
his small loan of $1 million,
Yes.
he very much
He
out
went
himself.
Yeah, he went into real estate much like his father, and he made a lot of money off it.
His net worth is disputed. He is a billionaire, but we don't know how, by how much.
Well, Forbes has estimated his net worth to be about $3.2 billion.
Yeah, that fluctuates. Sometimes it's like 5, sometimes it's 3. Like this period in the 90s when his businesses were just failing left, right, and centre, and he filed for bankruptcy multiple times. So it's hard to imagine how he got to be a billionaire.
I think some of his failed businesses include multiple casinos,
multiple casinos, hotels, various
vodka.
A lot of most of this stuff came from after the Art of the Deal was huge back in the 80s. It was the whole the Bible for sleazy asshole businessmen. Basically, that took off massive and sort of propelled him to his sort of celebrity stardom that he kind of enjoys now. One book.
Donald Trump has had a plethora of foreign wives as well.
Yes, he likes the Eastern Bloc for some reason. I don't know why.
Eastern Europeans, and that's where he's got Melania from, who seems to not know too much English.
She knows enough to be the first lady. She can walk on stage and say, "Oh, my husband's a great, wonderful man,"
My heart breaks for the woman.
Well, Melania herself is. She's kind of a mystery. That weird jacket she wore last year was. I don't know. Not much is known about her. She's from Slovenia back when the Eastern Bloc was pretty much all communist at the time.
Yeah.
Yugoslavia, it would be the ex communist country. Same place as my favourite commie shitposting philosopher Slavoj Žižek.
Slavoj Žižek. He's quite an interesting guy. It's a pure ideology.
Yes, he has an interesting take on the coronavirus, which I would recommend reading.
Oh, I actually didn't know that he was still doing things like that, but I'll be sure to have a look at it.
He had a fall from grace a couple of years ago, so now he's on Russia Today, basically just shit posting articles. His recent one on the coronavirus is just fantastic. It's just pure. But we're not here to talk about him.
No, as great as he is. Anyway, Donald Trump has also had quite a few children as well.
Multiple children with multiple wives. His three four most famous: Ivanka, Eric, Donald, and the youngest Baron. I believe Baron is his only child with Melania.
Yeah.
So the other three, there's more, but they're not as famous, let's just say.
No.
Ivanka is the power behind the throne, basically. She's the hyper competent one.
Yeah.
The rest, Eric and Don Jr., they're Beavis and Butthead, basically. They're just fucking morons.
Pretty much, they are. They do get their intelligence from their father, which is not a great deal.
They're good looking as well.
if you're one of the Trump kids, you've basically got that genetic gene that says you're not smart and you will never be smart. So
you're just, like stuck in perpetual dumbass mode.
yeah.
Trump sips heavily from the of the dumb bitch juice. It's just
The dumb bitch juice.
just,
Yeah.
It's baffles me how he got to be a billionaire in the first place.
It was through his
his whole thing is just a complete critique of meritocracy. The best and brightest are supposed to be the ones in charge of all this wealth, and there's Trump standing there talking about hamburgers or well.
Speaking of hamburgers, we did mention his ridiculous diet.
His diet consists of not even White House foods, the fancy shit they serve up here. His diet consists of Filet-O-Fish, KFC, and Diet Coke for some reason. He's obsessed with Diet Coke because blood is just 90% Diet Coke.
That's why it's so dumb. That's all that aspartame, man.
Yeah, that's just to his head. He probably thinks, unironically thinks that if he just downs a shitload of Diet Coke, it will counteract the 5 Big Macs he has for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah. I was looking about and I seen an article about his diet back when he was in his 30s and 40s. In the morning it was something like 3 Big Macs, and that was pretty much 3 Big Macs every single meal. I get no idea how that guy could do 9 Big Macs a fucking day. Oh my god.
He's doing the size me thing, but IRL. Just every day.
I can't even finish 1 Big Mac. I don't even like Big Macs.
It's hard to even believe how he's just alive, because he has a thing for burnt steak, well done steak.
Oh my god, that is disgusting.
Steak and ketchup, rubbery steak with some a dollop of ketchup at it, and it makes you think no wonder why just his stupid culinary business has failed. Trump steak and Trump vodka just collapsed immediately.
So I'm on a website right now and I'm looking exactly what Donald Trump eats. This article comes back from 2016. I'll link the actual website in the description so that you guys can have a look as well. Give me a moment for that.
It's interesting comparing him to a Mike Bloomberg who eats just foie gras and caviar, just over the top bourgeois shit. There's Donald Trump
having McDonald's every day.
Unironically every day. It's not even breakfast menu McDonald's, bagels or some Philadelphia cheese, Big Macs for breakfast. It's what's wrong with you? How are you even just alive at this point?
Yeah, anyway, this article comes back from 2016, where Trump is quoted as saying, "If I can avoid breakfast, I will. In terms of that, I will have a big lunch and a big dinner." He said he eats, when he does eat breakfast in the morning, he eats either bacon and eggs, cereal, or a McDonald's McMuffin.
That's a total lie. He eats the lunch menu for breakfast.
Yeah, definitely.
Christ. He's the president of the United States. He could have anything in the world for breakfast, and he just goes for McDonald's. He orders the Secret Service to go get McDonald's for him. And then
funny.
somebody has to do it. Some man in black has to run to KFC or whatever.
It doesn't say much in terms of what he eats for lunch, but his preferred order for dinner, according to Lewandowski, is a full McDonald's dinner of 2 Big Macs, 2 Filet-O-Fish sandwiches, and a small chocolate shake. He's got a fucking cheek to ask for a small chocolate shake after 4 fucking burgers.
And then to drown that down like a fuck ton of Diet Coke. He has a free meal apparently. It's insane. Corey Lewandowski, former Trump aide, he wrote like this weird book after he got fired, like going into the weird eating habits and his weird morning routine. Apparently when Trump gets up, like the first thing he does is switch on Fox News and watches that for like hours on end. That's where he gets his news from. Fox like News. The dogs say. And I will stop the fake news of this country. Yeah, he hates the fake news media except when he's like on it constantly. It's weird. Like he'll be watching Fox News and then the show host, whoever the hell it's like, we're suddenly getting a call from the president of the United States just out of nowhere. I can just imagine him like sitting there on his toilet, like phoning Tucker Carlson or whatever, just out of nowhere. And they have to act surprised, and it's like this great honour that they're talking to the president. And it's like, oh man, he phones about Saturday. Shitpost.
Yeah. Anyway. So like the main section of this episode today is to also talk.
That's the stuff that everyone knows about. The real meat of what we want to talk about is the unknown stuff, the stuff that's getting very well hidden.
The unknown stuff. I'm not.
The unknown stuff. The Epstein shit.
Oh, the Epstein shit.
The stuff that like he probably doesn't want anyone to know about, even though like everyone does at this point.
Yeah.
The photos and videos of having Epstein like hanging around in New York apartments.
Yeah.
And it's like this is back when Epstein was like, known to be a nonce. So yeah, it's you wonder how many child pies he had his fingers in.
Who knows? It's probably more than Epstein had his fingers in. Literally.
Yeah.
So we've talked about Epstein's private jet a few times.
Yeah, Donald Trump has been.
And he's got this little black book where he writes out all his bigwig friends by name, and Donald Trump's said to be in it. I think. Yeah.
He's not as prominent as a lot of the people, but he is there, and it makes you wonder, like, what the hell are those two getting up to?
Yeah,
we know, but we don't like.
He's too
know
busy.
The details.
Too busy preying on his children.
Oh yeah, he has like a weird daughter fucking fetish as well. It's like. You can tell he's from German ancestry because he has a thing for incest.
That's funny. Trump is quoted as saying on national television, if Ivanka wasn't my daughter, I probably would be dating her.
Yeah, it's not good.
No.
And another thing I want to bring up, the Ivanka's husband, Jared Kushner, Donald made Ivanka convert to Judaism just to marry him.
Jared Kushner?
Jared Kushner, Ivanka's wife. He's
Ivanka's husband.
Ivanka's husband. Fuck, I don't know. The coronavirus is just infecting my brain.
Yeah.
It's Ivanka's husband. He's the son of some like Israeli property developer, and
oh right, okay.
It's basically an arranged marriage, like business deal, basically. Like I put my daughter off to your like wretched little son, and that will get me property rights in Israel. Trump has a weird relationship with Israel. We could go into.
Yeah,
It's
maybe.
He doesn't like Jewish people, but he has some obsession with Israel, like making it big over there. It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah. It's just not good. You know what Trump's doing at the moment.
Both in public and in private. I don't know how many sexual assault allegations he has to his name,
It's
but
probably countless.
it's a lot. The famous grabbing by the pussy line is.
Oh yeah.
He's not saying that as a joke, folks. He means it.
That caused an outrage in the American media and people as well when he said that about his own daughter.
Everyone thought that would be like the thing that killed his presidential election, but nah, he still won. Like
It's quite surprising after his.
there's a chunk of Americans that don't care what Trump says. He can take his pants down, shut on stage, and the MAGA crowd still worship him.
There would be people that still clap at that and still praise him.
Trump said during the presidential election he could shoot some guy out in public and people would still love him. It's
probably
his fan base are even crazier than he is.
To a degree. I'd have to say
there are some sensible people out there, but most of it's a cult at this point. You could do literally anything and still be lucky as the president.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, so getting into his ties with the whole Epstein thing.
Yes, we mentioned it in the first Epstein episode, but there is I think it's a New York Times article where he basically praises Epstein. I think it's 2000 something, early 2000s. Anyway, he's praising Epstein as oh, I like young girls, but Jeff likes them even younger. It's just horrible. He's basically admitting that Epstein's a pedophile, in one of America's biggest newspapers.
I did not know that he done this.
It's I think it's still online. Just type in New York Times Trump Epstein article. I think it's a very old article, 2002, I think, but it should still be online. It's basically a whole article dedicated to Epstein, and it's got people like Trump, Bill Clinton, a couple of other famous people just praising him as this big brain genius guy.
Yeah. Obviously Epstein had to be an extremely clever man to commit all these sexual assaults on children and get away with it for so long. But
he was a math prodigy apparently, which is how he got away with some of his earlier exploits, jumping from school to school even though he didn't have any qualifications. He was just so good at maths. Yeah, he just, I don't know. It's not good, folks. None of this is good.
No.
We never plug out positive things here. It's all bad.
Yeah.
That's word for you.
Nothing good that you can really talk about. Not with what's going on now. That reminds me. People who. Well, people who are gonna watch this, who are either watching this now, are gonna watch this later. Obviously, about the coronavirus. I've stated on Twitter quite a few times. Wash your hands, keep your distance from people. Don't
wash your hands, not your ass, because apparently some lack of hygiene.
Yeah, panic buying is bad because it leaves others with nothing.
I was in Tesco yesterday, and there was no bread, toilet paper, hand sanitizer, or like pasta. The shelves were just empty, basically. It's like Mad Max, or like those bombed out stores you see in Fallout games. Schools.
Mad Britain.
Yeah, so
But
that's what we're potentially heading to if our Prime Minister gets his way.
yeah, that's a very real reality of the UK shutting down, much like other countries.
Yeah. There's a leaked government report shows that every bar in Britain might be forced to close down because of this.
On the first.
No, like apparently it could happen in the future.
Oh right.
Things get really bad, like every bar was shut down.
Yeah. That's gonna. I said this to my friends yesterday while I was on Discord. Like if that happens, like the British public's gonna go absolutely mental because we like we like our booze.
Yeah, it's we like drinking and drinking with other people, and if that gets taken away from us, like the harsh reality that we live in will probably start to bear down a lot of people. Like one of the reasons why we haven't revolted yet is because we're on like a constant drunken haze, and if that gets taken away, then we might start getting like proper angry. We deserve to do that.
Yeah, but back to the topic at hand, which is
Trump. The reason why coronavirus is
Yeah.
so widespread in America is because of Trump. It's pretty much his fault.
Can you explain why that is?
So back when he was first made president, 2017, he gutted like he basically gutted like every government institution, like the CDC, the EPA, like the vital stuff, CDC Center for
Disease Control.
Yeah, he basically like gutted all the experts and that and replaced them with yes men. So when the coronavirus first like started to become a thing, like Trump is a notorious germaphobe. Like he's not Howard Hughes level, but he's like Mr. Burns in the casino keeping like shoe boxes on his feet. He's not a fan of germs, let's just say. So
I can imagine not that particular sheltered lifestyle that he lived when he was quite young. Obviously.
he basically lived in a gilded cage. Like when he was young, he never went outside. He just like spent most of his time with his dad, learning from him, and that's where he gets most of his shitbag practices from. His dad is a slumlord. He's just a fucking crane. Dead now, of course.
But yeah,
the family is just wretched to the core.
So you think that because Trump has replaced all these experts
at the start, he gutted like all the actual important government institutions. Replace them with just hucksters and yes men. People like Mike Pence is just worse than Trump. He's like an actual insane person.
Mike Pay the gay away Pence.
Yes, Mike Shocker Pence. Yeah. So when this virus came, like Trump, being the notorious germaphobe, didn't want to know about it. Like his sole response to this at the start was to claim it was a hoax. It was fake news. It's not happening. Then when it actually became like a serious problem, he had no choice but to say, "Yeah, it's a thing, but it's not serious. It's a flu basically." And now we've gotten to the point where he's just going like full panic mode. He's shot himself and like doing like the worst possible things he could do a viral outbreak.
I seen an article not very long ago on Facebook said that the title is quoted as being Trump I'm not responsible, or this is not my responsibility.
Uh,
Unfortunately,
he's
that
dressed,
is, yeah, that is very, very wrong, because as the
recently,
leader of yeah.
he was asked by like multiple journalists,
Yeah.
how did this get to be as bad as it is? Like the number of confirmed cases
I can tell you right
remain.
now.
It's
I
how
can.
much is it?
I have to pull it up.
There's like 100,000 in one state alone.
A
So
100,000 in one state alone.
100,000 in Iowa. Um, yeah.
It said that it could get that bad, but currently in the US there's um 3,447 confirmed cases, with 504
It's
just today.
it's more than that.
Um,
There's more than that. There has to be.
there has to be more than that. Of course, it will spread, and it will spread fast and far throughout the United States, because there's so many people. But Trump has a responsibility to 300 million people, um, not only to keep them safe, but he's actually done a good thing by granting every American citizen the right to a coronavirus test, which
Yeah, it's it's a little too late for that, to be honest. Like
it is a little too late for it now,
it,
because
it it's too late. Like
yeah, I mean you've waited till there's
I mean,
3,000
to get these
cases.
tests, I was reading an article before this. Some airport where these tests were being carried out that was shut down to supposedly carry out these tests. Something like 17,000 people were all crammed into this airport just to like have tests conducted, and it's like one of the worst things you want to do.
Yeah,
It's
because
just a bunch of people, some of whom like would definitely have it
yeah,
together, and
anyone
then it
could have
was,
got it. Anyone could have got it, because we
oh
don't
yeah,
we don't know how it
it just
spreads.
shows that
Uh,
these people just have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
yeah,
It's just Trump. He likes being called president, but he doesn't like actually doing the job. Whenever something bad actually happens, like this or the stock market crash that was spawned because of this, he just shits himself. He has like no idea what he's doing. He will still win the election in November if it's Joe Biden he's facing, but it just shows like complete impetus of like the American government.
are you sure about that? Are you sure that Joe Biden will lose?
Oh yeah, like every poll, apart from like one or two like flagship polls, show that he was like badly. Even with all this going on, Trump will just crush him. If it's anyone but Sanders, Trump will just like walk over him.
It's quite unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'd
It's Joe Biden is almost as bad as Trump. Like they're both old men and their brains are just gone at this point, and Biden's probably slightly more of a reactionary than Trump. Like he like voted against gay marriage for most of his career and abortion rights and just all this horrible shit.
Yeah, I'd actually hoped that in 2016 that Bernie Sanders would have won, but
Yes.
that's obviously not what happened.
Another thing I want to talk about in the future is like the whole like establishment conspiracy against Sanders, because it's clear now that like you look at some of the polling data, it's complete like nonsense.
Of course, it's
It's
nonsense.
the establishment doesn't want him to win,
No,
and then
definitely
Stan
not.
is like opposed Joe Biden. His brain is like falling out of his ears.
Like the establishment wants stupid people in power that they can control.
Yeah, they can like Trump. Trump is not in power. He's not like he's the face to keep the plebs happy, but the people behind him, like Mitch McConnell, Pence, like the actual deep state, are just like running the show. And Trump probably knows it as well. Like at the back of his mind, he knows that like he's not fully in control.
It's quite unfortunate because I would quite like to see what an America ran by Trump would look like.
It would be like significantly worse than what it is if he was just like allowed to go hog wild. It'd be in a lot worse state. Like you talk about Mad Max, it'd be Mad Max if the president had just like full control.
Full control.
Yeah, with like a house and a senate to keep him like subdued or checks and balances. The whole reason like America just hasn't gone to shit is because the multiple layers of government to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, that's what you need. Is you need multiple layers. Sorry, I'm struggling for things to say right now.
Yeah, we've probably covered like most of it with Trump. How he got his money, being a real estate shithead. We can talk about like his weird celebrity status and like the 90s and the 2000s. His weird appearance in Home Alone 2. So it's like, yeah, he's not an actor, but because he's a famous New York guy, he just has to be in Home Alone 2. Given
he's been in a lot of movies for someone.
He has been. It's weird. Like there's this weird celebrity status that was built up around him. In the 90s was, I don't know where it came from. It was just weird. He was in Pizza Hut commercials for fuck's sake.
I believe that he has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which was destroyed after he won the election in 2016.
I think the city just gave up rebuilding it because it's been wrecked. Like there must be hundreds of times since became president.
Perhaps. But you know, he's got all that money behind him, and he can always buy more. So.
Yeah, it's apparently going into the November election, his war chest for campaigning stands at like $1 billion, which just dwarfs the whole Democrats' campaign budget.
How much is the Democrats' campaign budget?
The Democrats have like fuck all. They get like 0 donations. The Democrats don't even have like a proper like established base. They have like the minority vote on lockdown, but apart from that, it's like no one's really committed Democrat enough to like give them money every year or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, also, it's not Democrat merchandising. Like a lot of that billion comes from the MAGA hat.
Yeah.
Keep them big and hat sales.
I will commend Donald Trump that when he ran in 2016, he did fund his own campaign and didn't take it out the American taxpayer dollar. Something else that I'll commend him for is unlike every American president, I believe Obama was paid in excess of $800,000 a year. Donald Trump pays himself, I think, $1 every month.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
What do you mean that's bullshit?
Yeah, that's bullshit. He's taking the presidential paycheck. It's not as big as Obama's, but he's taking that money. And when he like leaves office, whether it's going to be next year or whatever, he's just going to milk the fact he was president.
Of course.
Like every president does. This weird cult of celebrity around these people, which is insane. Obama has a Netflix deal lined up for some reason.
Did that go through?
And it's happening, yes.
It's happening right now?
Happening right now. And Hillary Clinton has like a 4-hour full documentary. It's like, who watches this shit?
People obsessed with those people.
Yeah, it's not good. It's just I shit on like the Trump MAGA people, but the Clinton Obama fanboys are not good either.
No, definitely not.
nah, they're not good people.
I did watch a video after the election for 2016. I watched a really funny video about who won the election, and it was getting announced, and there was this video of some women. I don't like maybe some of you have seen it, but this woman, and it's like the intercom comes on and it says the next president of the United States of America is Donald Trump, and she freaks the fuck out. She goes, "No!" and falls to her fucking knees, man. Oh, it's funny. And she just falls to her knees and starts crying. And honestly, I've never seen something more ridiculous and overacted in my life.
Now, America's it's a very over the top place. I've never been there, of course, but even looking at it as a foreigner, it's just this weird, like, everything has to be bigger and shinier and grander.
Bigger and better and larger than life.
It's just great in their politics as well. Compare British politics to American politics. It's a completely different world.
Of course. It's just.
And yeah, as bad as Boris is, I can't imagine like a Donald Trump winning over here.
No, definitely not. The people here fucking hate Donald Trump. Everyone,
Oh yeah,
like 9 out of 10 people I speak to about Donald Trump fucking hate him.
oh yeah. And every time he comes here, there's just insane levels of mass protest.
like riots in the airports and everything, and like all his golf courses and
There's golf courses
yeah,
that are
he like at St Andrews constantly get ruined. It's funny. It's really funny how much the people.
I used to love going to St Andrews on a cheap holiday with the family, but I've ever since Trump built that dog shit golf course there, it's not been the same.
No.
There's something painted about that place.
No.
It's a shame. St Andrews is one of the most beautiful places in this country.
Definitely.
Like, yeah, it's been this pristine, scenic place, and there's just golf courses everywhere.
Fuck you.
Mainly thanks to him.
Yeah. Fuck you, Trump.
He's obsessed with golf. It's like the one sport he does because it doesn't actually require that much physical activity.
No.
Just hit a ball and chase after it.
Hit a ball and chase after it. That sounds like a lot of sporting games.
Well, yeah, it's not as fast as say football or a majority of other sports. And what?
When Mao over there says football, he does not mean American football, or he does not mean soccer. He means the actual European game of football, which yes, you Americans might call soccer, but it's not called soccer. Here we call it fucking football. Thank you.
I keep forgetting a lot of your fan base is American.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see like how many people watching this are Trump people.
Not a lot of them. I did have like I know that you don't really pay attention to my Micronations thing, but
I mean this video, like I'm not watching the stream. I'm just on Skype, like jacking off. So.
Yeah. Like I know you don't like pay attention to my Micronations thing, like at all.
I watched the videos, alright.
Yeah.
I watched the videos.
You watched them?
What? Yeah.
That's a fucking surprise. There we go. But anyway, about this time last year, I had a pretty heated argument on Twitter with someone who still to this day makes not derogatory comments, but like goes after Trump every tweet that he makes. I just see retweets.
Yeah,
I just see retweets from this person. It's like, you know, vote. Is it vote blue? She keeps saying, and like
yeah, vote blue no matter what. It's just weird.
she's got this SOS thing on her name as well, and this person has like tens of thousands of followers. Meanwhile, the rest of us, like I think the maximum I've been at is like 481, and she's tens of thousands. She has tens of
So
thousands
that's
of followers. It's just
always been hellscape.
yeah, it's just fucking mad. Like, and
Trump has, was it 70 million followers?
70 million.
Yeah, it's most of them are his fans. They're not like maybe half of them are his actual fans. The rest of them are like dunk on him.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, they follow him and mostly just like, make fun of him. I'm trying to find his last tweet. It was social distancing in all caps was his last tweet.
Social distancing in all
Social
caps.
distancing.
What does that mean?
I mean, it's like don't go outside because of like the problem that I inflicted on all of you. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Trump.
I think that's all the time that we have for this week.
I just want to say something before we leave. Like,
okay, that's fine.
We can make fun of Trump all we want, but at the end of the day, he's a danger not only to the United States but just the rest of the world, and like he should just be deposed like right now. I mean, have you seen the Dark Knight Rises? Just go Bane mode on his ass, drag him out from his house and just show try one, make him walk on some thin ice and fall through it.
Yeah, because
that's how I say a lot about a lot of these people that we mentioned, but Trump in particular, he just something bad needs to happen to him, like the coronavirus. And he was tested. It was either yesterday or this morning, and the test came back like negative, so he doesn't have it apparently.
That's a big
Either he doesn't actually have it, or he's lying about it.
I'm pretty sure that he shook an Italian's hand who had it.
It's either coming from one of two places. The Brazilian president Jair Bolsonaro. He was meeting him a few days ago, and he's like suspiciously like he might have it. I've had his high roll likelihood that he has, but his test hasn't come back yet. But all his officials have it, and they were meeting Trump. And there was this conference a week ago. I think it's either APAC or CPAC, like one of these insane far right conferences, and like multiple speakers at both these events have confirmed to have the coronavirus, and Trump was there. Not only Trump, but Pence and like the rest of his cabinet were there. Yeah. So it is high roll.
It is a formula for disaster.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it gets to the point where you think, is he claiming it's a hoax to assure himself, or does he genuinely think that it's like an actual conspiracy, or is he just lying to himself, make himself feel better?
I think he might just be lying to himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's it though. Trump is a big liar on many things. Unfortunately,
yeah.
And that's the person that you people in America have to look after you for the moment.
Don't be surprised if your America goes to shit when you hire the deranged con man.
When are the next American elections? Is it this year?
November. Yes, November. There was a very brief time when like Sanders could win, and we've talked about that before. But now it's Biden, baby. It's Trump Biden in November.
Trump and
I'm
Biden.
barring like a full-on fucking American extinction event, then Trump will just walk over him.
Yeah, choose your next president extremely wisely, people.
Get used to another 4 years of this madness going on.
Yeah.
It's not good, folks. It's not good.
No, definitely not. But anyway, I think that's all the time that we have for this week. Tune in next week when I believe we have the King of... Hold on, I have to pull up my Twitter here, because I'm a little bit slow.
You don't have any questions, do you?
No.
Right.
Yeah. King John Gordon of the Kingdom of Iceni is meant to be on at some point in this week. I'm not sure when, so tune in for that. And obviously in 2 weeks again when I have Mao on here. But thanks for your
We'll
time.
be talking about the Clintons next time, I believe.
Yeah, the Clintons next
That's
time.
Donald Trump, so now it's Bill and Hillary's turn.
Yeah. But thanks for your time this week, Mao. It's been great to have you back.
Yeah, pleasure as always.
And thanks everyone for viewing at home. Just as a last thing before I cut off, recently the channel has breached 1,500 views. Bouncing between subscribers between about 69 and 71 as well. So some people really need to make up the fucking minds whether or not they're going to subscribe or not. But anyway, thank you. Thanks everyone for watching.